What is good, everybody? It is game number 5, another exciting matchup. I don't care that it's a mirror, it's HRE on 4 legs. More importantly, it's 3DB versus Anotand. Game number 5. Yes, B has been looking strong so far, and let's see if he can end up just keeping up this little streak he's got going. Water is the option for both of these players. Doc already being dropped for Anotand right there in the center. You know, some solid fish he's going to be able to get. B's fish is inside his dock ring. However, we'll already notice Anotand's a little bit outside. It's the little small things that can end up adding up. Prelate just doing some good inspiration for B. Prelate doing some good inspiration for Anotand as well. No lumber camp drop, so Anotand going to be able to queue up a fishing ship a little bit quicker. Doc finishes, and I mean, it didn't really help him too much, but we'll be able to drop that lumber camp whenever is needed. Has more than enough for, you know, long-term villager production now, sending a couple more of those sheep home. And really the game when this point's going to open up is going to be feudal age. It's going to be once these fishing ships have started to be working, and are we going to see some secret docks placed? Are we going to see all 4 lakes attempted to be taken? And is this supposed to be like this? Bitterland, are you here? But sheep are being dropped on off. That next dock is going down for Anotand, just how I mentioned, coming down nice and early. He does sacrifice a little bit of fishing production for this next dock, as that dock is idled on his side, and B already has 3 and a 4th ship coming out. But the dock finishes, villager at a little less than half health. And the scout comes back to have this little Vill versus Vill and scout war. Keeps his villager alive, so good job by Anotand, making sure not to lose up a unit, and then gonna go ahead and quick wall himself on in. Or quick wall his dock in, I should say. Again, all of this is wood investment, which is a little bit of a distraction as well, as he's continuing to idle that dock just a little bit. 3DB has moved on over to the gold, and not joking around about moving on over to the gold. 8, 9 villagers moving. Anotand looks to be doing a little bit slower, wants to have a little bit more of a fishing boom, wants to keep his wood eco a little healthier to be able to continue to support dock production. Thing is I think he'd be more than good enough with the vills he has. The problem is he wants to support double dock production. First fishing ship pops out of that other dock and doesn't quite have enough to just continually upgrade both. Meinwerk Palace is on the way. We're going to see some new upgrades. You'll notice right off the bat, it doesn't show us the upgrades yet, but riveted chainmail, riveted mail has been moved to Meinwerk. This used to be the armor upgrade for spearmen, melee armor +3. Now it gives horsemen and spearmen melee armor +2. Very, very cheap and effective. You can get it quite early, make your horsemen very strong, make your spearmen very strong, and in a mirror matchup, +2 armor could be huge. No need for chapel, because guess what? You're getting your food eco from your docks. Your gold eco, you're inspiring with your prelate, so you're giving a little bit of a sacrifice, and you're not able to inspire your wood for the time being, but you can easily just invest in another prelate and have one less villager out because you have such a good eco from fishing. No feudal age has even been started yet by Anotand, and this was because B transitioned way harder onto the gold, and Anotand has just been slowly gathering this. It's going to take these vills another 2 drop-offs. So, is 3DB going to be able to have a nice military timing attack? I'd expect I guess maybe not. And starting to move back on over to the wood, inspiring the wood. Stables? Nope. Barracks drop. First thing on the way. And marching drills. So going to be able to run across there. This is the riveted chainmail that I was talking about. So only a total of 150 resources for that upgrade. That is so strong. Meinwerk might be slept on a little bit, but I think it's going to be seen more on water maps than it is compared to land maps. Secretville has snuck around building a dock on the water, but both players have the same idea. And Anotand's just going for the chapel, so will be behind in this regards, pulling some vills, maybe realizes he's not going to be able to deal with this dock that's built, but got his dock up in 3DB's pond and has the advantage with having the 3rd pond already, having a significant amount of fishing ships on it. New age begins for Anotand, so will be able to start producing military ships if he desires. Doesn't quite have the resources yet. Grabs up that double broadaxe. So will it be hulks or will it be galleys as the first choice from these players? The men-at-arms are starting to move across the map. An iron undermesh is coming through. Stone being grabbed for Anotand, and I'm not sure what. No military buildings are down for Anotand at all. The first men-at-arms is about to hit his base. And here it is, moving under the chapel. First fire from the town center comes in. A little bit of damage comes through. And Woodline starts to be denied. Villager circle. Micros back the 1 lower health Vill. And just continues up on the Woodline. Drops an outpost. But the men-at-arms are here again. And a Vill goes down. Not only that, first Hulk pops out on his fishing. And a Hulk has already popped out for 3DB to defend his fishing as well. So 3DB just all over this map. 2 workers have gone down for Anotand. Able to jump inside the next outpost. Also able to get outpost upgrades, but arrow slits not too effective when ranged armor is already in play. And all of the idle time, all of the damage just coming down with a few men-at-arms and definitely are paying off. Not only that, the fishing for Anotand, it's being absolutely demolished, just being absolutely slaughtered. It might look like he has a better eco, but not when 17 are idled. He just sent the Vills back to work, but needs to deal with his fishing at home and might just have to fully give it up. He got the dock upgrade to start just sniping down the fishing boats trying to drop off instead of having to invest more into military ships. That was why he was on stone. I was confused for a bit of time. And a little bit of a mistake not housing himself inside the dock, but it is okay. We are all, kind of secured. He's pushed back those couple men-at-arms. They all dive in the town center. A second barracks has been dropped for B, and he has 18 military, but it's a little deceptive because of these hulks, because of these galleys. In reality, as far as land military, there is 1 single men-at-arms. He's pushing forward with 2 villagers. They might have just been spotted out because of that outpost, especially with the scout as well, and going for an outpost behind the wood line. What? Anotand. I guess he can jump inside, snipe down the Vill, and still have a longer term defensive effect here. One Vill down. Oh, and it's out of range. This is devastating. He just gets his woodline denied now. He just loses now. He spots it out and he doesn't, I mean. Whew. Burgrave is going up. He has just given up on the other pawn, but again, he has 2 pawns. He's kind of feeling okay for himself. Yeah, he's down in workers. He has lost a lot of workers. That Man-at-Arms is still slapping Vils. Look at how little damage this thing's taken. Another Vil goes down. Just bleeding Vils. New age begin. Castle age is out. 3DB has invested a ton into this military and is not anywhere close to castle. Has 4 barracks and Meinwerk. Has invested heavily into feudal. He's dropping a 5th barracks. Does he think he can hold this? Yeah, 3DB has a 10-vil lead. Is starting to transition into fishing in Anotand's lake. But will Men-at-Arms be able to take the test against other Men-at-Arms that can end up getting the heavy maces upgrade? They're still early Men-at-Arms, not enough resources in the bank. We're gonna need another drop off of gold at least. Scout starts to run away at the perfect timing. Outpost does go down. And here we go, early Men-at-Arms. We're just, Anotand's waiting for the upgrade to come through. And there it is, upgrades through. Men-at-Arms are now actual Men-at-Arms and not the early age, but loses another Vil through this. 3DB says, all right, I'll still just continue to throw some more units away. And behind this, he's going to be able to match the Burgrave numbers with 5 barracks, taking down more Vils, causing more idle time. He just idled his production a little bit, and he doesn't need Burgrave. He has Burgrave with the barracks, so he's dropping Regnitz Cathedral. It will take him a bit of time to get Regnitz, to get the relics, to have that payoff, but more importantly, to get these Men-at-Arms upgrades. So if these 6 Men-at-Arms are able to get all the way across and have actual upgrades through, such as heavy maces, then it could allow him to actually give himself, you know, a potential comeback route and opportunity in the game, but has not been able to do so yet. It's 9 Men-at-Arms to 16. And there we go. Gold has been denied. Food under the deer have been denied. This is no joke now. This is exactly what happened to him. The problem and big difference here for 3DB comparative to Anotand is 3DB is not bleeding villagers. He's not just losing everything in his base. We still see some damage coming down on some eco. Luckily, Men-at-Arms able to clear it on up, and heavy maces have finished. So these 6 Men-at-Arms are going to be able to trade pretty effectively with any of the other Men-at-Arms popping on out. Heavy maces have not come through for 3DB yet, and I'd love to. Oh, we're seeing a ton of stone be picked up for 3DB. This is looking like he might want to drop a keep to stabilize. Some prelates in the mix, even villagers coming into the mix. Oh no, just kidding. Villagers going back on to the deer. Couple more Vils going down on the stone though for Anotand. And the final few Men-at-Arms look like they're about to be cleared up, but as I say that, the next set of reinforcements are pushing on through. The Vils have not been reacted to yet. Finally, we're going to see some worker damage time. Finally, we're going to see some Vil damage. 1 Men-at-Arms chasing. It's still 11 Men-at-Arms, and Anotand's Men-at-Arms are a little bit more split up. 3DB, 22 villagers on the western side going out for gold. That's the key that Anotand needs to spot out. That's the key that Anotand needs to find. More Vils still just running around though, and Anotand, he's causing some reversal damage, but eco numbers still looking pretty healthy for B. Just tons of idle time and a lot of other return damage. There's still just, it's amazing what a few Men-at-Arms can do. Not only that, upgrades on the outpost in the base of Anotand. So 3DB has full vision. Oh, and snipes down a villager. Gold, I mean, gold is in an abundance for 3DB. 22 villagers on top of that, so he's going to have more than enough food with the fishing here in the bottom. But fishing in the bottom, starting to run a little bit lower. Fishing in the top, still nice and fine, as there is a ton of deep sea fish. And Anotand's even taking some of this bottom side fish because he has this dock upgrade. Military numbers may seem even, but 3DB has a lot of military on the water. The men-at-arms numbers are not quite even. So if it's a grouped-on-group fight, Anotand wins this, and he's just sticking on top of the production to continue to have these trades be efficient and on his side and keep the men-at-arms number to be on him. Not only that, he split up. He found the villagers on the side, and this is what caused 3DB to have to run for the hills, and he accidentally took this fight. He was distracted elsewhere. Villagers are having to run, and Anotand, he is turning this game around. It looked like such a detriment. It looked like there was nothing going for him at one time in this game, but watch this decimation. Those heavy maces just smacking down villagers. And this is so much idle time that's come down. 3DB starting to struggle, starting to look like he had Anotand in the same positioning a little bit ago. He is turning this around. The Hulk moving over to his dock on the bottom side. A house being built for Anotand. Anotand needs to move out for some gold, and might. There it is. He's going for the gold he just forced 3DB off of. And 3DB moving back onto his gold at home, taking more Vil damage. Good split by Anotand, keeping the men-at-arms numbers low on top of production, but also on top of villagers. On top of all the different golds, just not allowing 3DB to get gold. And the key thing that allowed him to stabilize was fishing on the other lakes. You cannot allow fishing to go untouched and just, you know, slowly bleeding units. Villagers just running. So many Vils just running around. 3DB, he has 0 gold per minute. He's going for every gold, and it's just Anotand's all over the place. This is absolutely wild. I mean, the Regnit's greed, no, it wasn't that. He has the Burgrave production. Burgrave is this. It's not greed. He just didn't have the upgrades through, and Anotand had too big of a mass when Castle Age came out. 3DB's down to 40. It's continuing to fall, and not only that, he's idled all over the map. This is Anotand's game, and it's over. The 5th game goes to Anotand. HRE mirror matchup. The long-term Chapel slowly able to stabilize. He's on a couple different spots on the lakes and just made it happen. It just shows you, don't forfeit, don't give up, because you can hold and you can turn it around.